Can I beat every Michigan Temple level in one day? Now, some of you may be clueless as to what I'm talking about, if either you've never played Geometry Dash, or you might just be a new gen who's only used to this. Or this. But back in the old days of Geometry Dash, there was a legendary player by the name of Michigan who was on the top of the leaderboard for years it seemed. He was also a very positive influence, always leaving kind comments on people's posts, encouraging and supporting them. Unfortunately, March 10th, 2021, Michigan passed away. This shocked the entire GD community, and he will forever be immortalized. Have you ever seen this symbol while playing Geometry Dash? Well, that symbol is a sign of Michigan, as his signature gameplay was the triple spike obstacle. He incorporated the triple spike in many parts of levels he helped build, like Bloodbath and Artificial Ascent. He also incorporated them into some of his own levels, which brings me to the focus of today's video. He created a series of levels called the Temple series. These levels were based on the Legend of Zelda games, and that's the full extent of the background you're gonna get there because I know nothing else about the Zelda games. But these levels were insanely popular, and some still are, like Forest Temple. So much so that I already beat Forest Temple. I beat it on the channel back in June of 2023, so basically exactly 2 years ago. However, I never went back and beat the other levels in the series. And so I posed this question to myself about a week ago. Can I beat every temple level in just one day? First was Water Temple, then Fire Temple, then Shadow Temple, then Lava Temple, then Forest Temple, and then finally Desert Temple. These levels nowadays, as of June 2025, range from medium demons to hard demons. Now, my original plan was to play them in order of release, but I changed my mind. Instead, I decided to play these levels from easiest to hardest. I'm not sure why I decided to do it like this, but it makes sense to me since I had to do them all in one day. And to be quite honest with you guys, I really didn't feel like rebeating Forest Temple. It's easily the hardest out of them, and since I already beat it, I went into this fully not wanting to beat it, so we can kick that one off the list. Now, this is a bit of an admission, but I allowed myself to practice each level beforehand, so I would be better prepared to do them all in one day. So, with that out of the way, let's finally begin our journey and start with our first level. Fire Temple, built and released in November 2014, in my opinion, is the easiest level in the series. I know most people debate that Lava is easier, but even after playing both levels, I strongly believe Fire to be the much easier level, even on a technical standpoint. So, early in the morning on June 27th, 2025, I started my day. Alright, here we go. We're starting. One day, you can see I'm watching Doggy's stream right now, trying to verify. But you can see right here on my phone, it'll focus. Friday, June 27th, right here, bang. It is 12:30 in the morning. I know that with my sleep schedule, as I've already probably explained, I'm gonna start a bit earlier. And by early, I mean right when the day starts. Never said it had to be one sitting, so, but I got Doggy's stream pulled up, so I don't go crazy. I'm gonna put one AirPod in though, so I can kind of hear music. Oh no, but I have to stop my recording. No! Dang it. Okay, so yeah, I might have started at 12:30 in the morning. Look, honestly, I didn't know if I would be able to beat this challenge, especially because levels like Shadow Temple and Desert Temple are actually really hard. So, how we're gonna do this is I'll break down the whole level for you right now, and then we will take a look at some highlights until I eventually, well, hopefully, beat the level. Alright, let's Let's try to do this.
We start with this icon part, which is a consistent theme of the Temple series. This icon part is not hard at all though. Aside from this blind jump, which isn't even that hard, there's not much know-how here. We then get to the first ship section of the level, the much easier one, mind you. This one also isn't particularly difficult, but it is easy to screw up if you're not careful. Then we have a short icon part with one jump, and this jump just pisses me off. It's a pretty precise 5-spike jump right after a 3-time speed change, which is just really easy to mess up. But successfully making it past that jump though, will get to the hardest part of the level by far. This ship part is insanely tight, and it has to be incredibly precise due to the fact that you have to go up and down. There's also this tight straight fly section, but it's not nearly as hard as this part. And after completing that, the rest of the level is honestly a cakewalk, which is why I say this is the easiest level in the series. You get this really easy ball part, just make sure you time your clicks. Then this super easy UFO part where you just jump in the middle and then click the blue orb in the portal and then jump through this gap. It may look tricky, but with some practice, it's really not that bad. Then the world's easiest wave and dual wave section of all time follows that. Then we have the swing copter section that, compared to one in a later level, is a piece of cake. Then a super easy icon part, and then a UFO ship section that might seem hard at first, but just follow this click pattern of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and hold, and then coast, and then make sure you jump once through this portal, and you're good. And then we end with an icon part, just like the beginning of the level, which is another pretty consistent theme of the series, which this particular one is super simple as well. So, that's Fire Temple in a nutshell. And, well, let's see how I fared against this level.
God, I hate that 5-spike, bro. Oh my God, there's actually... I'm so embarrassed. I overthought the jump so hard. Oh my God, dude, there's actually no way I just did that, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, when you get tired, Icon is the hardest game mode in the world. Like, you cannot do timings when you're tired for the life. Like, it's terrible. I'm getting destroyed, bro. That 5-spike is the worst thing, like, ever. Nice. Sweet. Alright, there's one temple level down. Fire Temple done. Cool. 210 attempts, not too shabby.
So that's Fire Temple. All in all, honestly, it's not the worst level in the world, and I actually like some of the gameplay. But it's also not really that special, and that ship choke point is crazy. So, I'm gonna give Fire Temple a 5.5 out of 10. Lava Temple, built and released in June 2015, is the next level in my journey. It was also one of the few that were a collaboration. Michigun teamed up with G-Boy to build this level, another creator known for infamous parts like his transition in Supersonic, and for making frickin' Cataclysm, which at the time was seen as an impossible level. I started this level right after I beat Fire, so let's hop straight into it.
Alright, Lava. This level is much harder if you ask me.
We start with this memorization icon part. I actually really like this part. While there are some tricky timings, it's not too bad once you get the part memorized. After that, there's a really intuitive ball part that I also really like. Again, just memorize which orbs to hit. There's only one really difficult timing here, right here, where you have to hit this yellow orb super late because of the other orbs that will kill you if you hit them. After that is arguably the hardest skill part of the level. Not much to say other than just be good at the ship. After is a pretty boring icon part, nothing too special or difficult. Then we have my favorite part, this really fun wave section that isn't too hard, but you feel like a total badass going through these tight spaces. Then perform these ball timings, and then this final UFO is actually pretty tough. Just find a click pattern that works for you, and it can be pretty inconsistent, and I died here a few times. After that is this final wave that's really easy and it ends the level, which is the only temple level to not end as an icon, which feels kinda weird, not gonna lie. So yeah, that's the whole level, and let's see how I faced up against it.
No, I clicked it too early. It's so hard. That timing is one of the hardest parts of the whole level. Hey. No way, bro. I thought I had that too, bro. I forgot what I was doing, bro. Wow. No! What? I didn't go up. I was too high there doing my clicks. That UFO part is so hard, bro. It's at the very end. No, dude! Again! At the UFO, bro. I hit that too. You can do that? Bro. That's baloney. You hear me? Baloney. Come on. All right, nice. Ah, it's another one down, baby. Let's go. Woo. That's a pretty hard medium. I know it used to be a hard demon, but dang, like, yeah, 279 attempts. That's pretty tough.
So yeah, Lava Temple. I actually really like a lot of the gameplay in this level, and it has some pretty decent deco, well, at least compared to Fire. So yeah, that's about all I have to say. I actually like this one. Turns out there's not a lot to say when you actually really like a level. And I'm gonna give Lava Temple an 8 out of 10. Water Temple was the first level released in the series in August 2014. And wow, this level is very not good. It's pretty boring and has tedious and annoying gameplay for most of it. But let's get to the level.
Oh shoot, we're at water now. This is arguably the worst one out of the group today.
And oh my god, this first icon part is so bad. It's full of annoying timings like these orbs and these blind blue orbs right here where you can't fucking see them. So you just have to spam the button until you pass them. And then there's this stupid part right here. I don't even know if I'm doing this part right, but these jumps are so annoying and precise and it killed me so much. You also have to do this super precise dual icon jump that is really easy to screw up. Then this dual ship is the hardest part of the level. You have to go super wide and super close because if you don't, you'll hit the spikes or the pads and die. And I died here a lot. Then transitioning into this UFO, you have to fly in the middle and then immediately do 2 jumps into this tight gap. It's not awful, but then the mini UFO is so precise and difficult. Just jump twice in here and then bounce on out. After that miserable sequence of parts, there's a pretty tame ball part that's pretty good. And then there's a really easy icon part with nothing too special. Then there's this mini ship that's pretty hard, but I actually really like this part. Its difficulty is really fun. Then this normal ship is fine. It's really easy, but it's not bad by any means. Then ending out on a really easy icon part. Just know where to jump here, and that's about it. Alrighty, let's see how I fared against this level.
Do you think I could just beat all 6 of them tonight? Before, like, big day? This is the first one I haven't played at all in normal mode, so we're, actually, I don't think I've done Shadow. Have I done Shadow? I don't know. Those clicks are so annoying, bro. They're so hard. It really just is the dual ship into that UFO that is just, like, ridiculously difficult. And I hate this part, too. I'm really bad at that part of the icon. I'm really bad at it. I got through it first try in practice, which I'm kind of shocked about because it's actually pretty tough. Like, I don't know if I'm going to beat this one tonight. I might need to rest up and get some sleep before I feel good enough to play this one because this one's actually, like, hard. Like, see, like, these jumps are not easy. They're tight jumps. Like, I'm not good at these jumps, bro. Like, I literally, like, it's so stupid. Like, hey, and if I beat these, like, super early on tomorrow, which isn't gonna happen because of Shadow, but if it does, I'll do Forest Temple, or at least try it. God, frickin' dang it. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's just 2 blind jump orbs that you just can't see, bro. Because, like, you don't know if you should, like, buffer them or what. Like, no! No! The mini UFO is so hard. Dang it. Man. Hey, you see that though? I got past the rocket and the UFO. No, see, I hit the fucking pad, bro. Like, it's so easy to screw up that rocket. Why did I click so slow? No, that was so good.
Trash!
I knew it. I dropped down there way too late. That sucks. Damn it. Oh my god. I knew I was off. Yeah, I was off that whole time. I flew up too late on one of the earlier ones, and then that just doomed me. There's nothing to jump over, right? That's it? That's the end? Wow, I actually did it. Holy. Hey! And I finished my, what is it? The Shadow Path? I paused it in the middle of that round because I thought I died in that UFO. I literally jumped and I didn't think I made it on the ledge. I thought I was gonna hit the side, so I paused it in like frustration. I was like, dang it! But then I saw that I barely clipped over the edge and I was like, wow, okay, that actually didn't take me as long as I thought it would. 329 attempts for a hard demon, and yeah, that's a hard demon. There are some tricky bits there. Do I keep going? I've already beaten half of the levels, and I've only been playing for not even an hour. I thought this was gonna take me like hours. Well, let's see what I get for this. Cool robot. I'll use that for funsies. I'm gonna change my ball though. I like changing my stuff. It like feels more fresh when I do that.
So yeah, Water Temple is a pretty bad level full of imbalanced gameplay where it's horribly challenging, and then right after it is the easiest part ever made. Deco is not good, and I just don't like this level. I'm giving Water Temple a 2.5 out of 10. Desert Temple, the last level built for the series, was released in December 2015. This is a bit of a black sheep in the series, as it actually wasn't built by Michigan, but instead built by ex-Electric Venom, who only made one other level before called Demonic Burst, and the Bill, who I couldn't find any levels from him. They built the level and asked Michigan to verify it, and so he did. This might explain why this one feels so different compared to some of the other temple levels. I wasn't sure whether or not I should start it this night, but you know what? I went ahead and started it anyways. Who cares?
I can get a couple runs in on Desert. It's my favorite level out of the selection today, but it's also pretty hard.
We start with this cube section that has some pretty tricky timings right off the bat, but nothing too bad. Then we get to this ship part, which is pretty challenging, and I, for some reason, really sucked at it, even though it's really not too bad. My main tip for it is to just always be a lot higher than you think you have to be. Most of my deaths here would be because I was too low. Then there's this tricky UFO where you gotta make pretty precise jumps. I also died here quite a bit. After that is an icon part where you gotta jump between these crevices. It's not too hard after a bit of practice. Then there's an easy robot part where I actually find it a lot easier to jump and get the second coin to set yourself up for the next jump, instead of landing on the floor and having to jump up the stairs. Then there's a really fun wave section that isn't too hard, but it's really easy to screw up, especially this mini wave transition right here. After that is a really cool ball section with orbs in the background, and every time you click you switch gravity, even if you're in midair. It's not too particularly hard when you understand the click pattern, but still be careful. Then a really easy ship part. Not much to say, other than make sure you remember this part moves up and then down. This next dual icon part has some tight jumps, but it's not too bad. Then this wave is a nice breather, but don't let your guard down. It's a nice stress test, if anything. Then we have a memorization ball, similar to Lava Temple, but honestly not as hard. Then, the end icon part is not that bad. Just watch out for this final triple spike, as there's an invisible speed change that can throw you off and lead to your death at 97. So, let's see if I was able to complete this level before going to sleep.
I've already dumped so many more attempts into this one because this one is, like, pretty hard. There are honestly a lot more tricky parts in this one than Water. Although I do think this one's more flukable, in my opinion. Like, I feel like I could possibly get lucky and just fluke this one. But we'll see. As long as I'm not, you know, dying on easy triples. Like this. I'm just really bad at that rocket part, and I don't know why. I shouldn't be. I've beaten Forest Temple, and Forest Temple has a section like that, but way, way harder. See See, like, just going up there is just, like, it doesn't feel right because it just, like, randomly fucking speeds up, bro. Are you fucking serious? I, like, tried to, like, correct myself by clicking, but I didn't need to correct myself. That was so dumb. Real quick, I just realized I forgot to, open my new path. So, let's do this before I continue to make a fool of myself. I also deleted on accident, it's gotta be around here. No, I have lava saved, it's fire. Yeah. I don't know why I deleted it from the list, but I didn't mean to. That's just like a natural habit. Alright. Back to it. No. Okay, well that's like actual progress in the level, so like I'm actually like happy with that. I got past the icon part. So that's actually like pretty good. I thought I was gonna die there as soon as I got past the UFO, but made it to the wave, baby. No. I mean, that is really hard. I really wanted to make it to the ball. That was literally it. Man. Alright, I think I'm done for tonight. It's been fun. Look at that. Well, I guess I could practice Acropolis a little bit. Oh no. No, I die at that ship. It's the easiest part of the whole level, bro. It's also my favorite part. The ship is super satisfying to do. I've never done that. I've never gone 35 to 100. 33 to 100. I've never done that. I can beat the level. Like, now I have definitive proof I can beat the level. Because look at that. My best is 34. I can beat Acropolis now. Like, I know I can. Holy, I just went 33 to 100 at the ass crack of dawn. Oh my god, my mom texted me. Oh. Alright. I'll see you guys in day 2. Alright, it's day 2. Let's hop straight into it. I already did a practice run, so I feel pretty good today. I'm not tired anymore. I mean, you can see I just beast mode at the beginning, so. I jumped too early? What? No way, bro. Hey, you know what though? New best on attempt 3. You know, I'm okay with that. That's like one of the last places I can die, bro, that duel. The rest of the level is so easy. I made it past everything hard. Oh my god. This block psyched me out because I thought I was going to this one up here. So like I clicked and I thought I was going to this block, but then I landed here, and I was getting prepared for a click, so when I landed there, it just psyched me out, and no way, bro. Oh, yeah, baby. Did I get the first coin on that one? Oh, I didn't, but I got the last. That's pretty cool. Sweet. I didn't die at the final triple either, and I almost did. I almost jumped way too early on that one. Wow, okay, 732 attempts. Sure, hard demon. That's pretty tough.
So yeah, Desert Temple is a really good addition to the series, even if Michigan didn't directly build this one. It has really fun gameplay and feels like a culmination of all the temple levels that came before it. Also, the song is an absolute banger. So yeah, I'm giving Desert Temple an 8.5 out of 10.
Shadow Temple was built and released in November 2014, only 2 days after Fire Temple. This level is, well, I thought this would be the level to stop me. While practicing, this was the level that was giving me the most hassle. There's a bunch of tricky UFO timings and stupid icon moments and memory sections, so I was really scared this would take me a long time. I also predicted this to be the worst of the levels. But let's just hop into it.
Oh god, now we get to the hardest level. Yay. Alright, let's run it through and practice. You know the deal.
We start with a pretty simple icon part. There's a few fakes, so just remember when they are. Then this first UFO is so inconsistent. I have no clue why, but even with my click pattern, I found this part to be a pain. The main click pattern I used was as soon as I saw the top of the UFO land, I quickly did 3 jumps, then I waited a split second, then do 2 more slower jumps, and then go through the gap. After that, it's easy. Just jump once and then twice and you're good. When you clear that, you gotta memorize this cube. So here's the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drop, jump there, drop, jump there, drop, jump there again. Hit that second orb, jump, hit the second one, and then you can drop. Make sure you jump on that final one. Then when you clear that, you have the stupidest thing ever put in a level. You have a completely blind triple spike with no indicators or outlines, just a pure guess. I died here over and over again. Now, little did I know, you can actually get pretty consistent at this jump. Yes, I said consistent. It's not the best, and you can still die, but the easiest way to get past this jump is to track the yellow pad on the ground and make an educated guess on where to jump. That sounds useless in theory, but honestly, it does work as long as you are, good. And after that is a pretty easy mini ship with a straight fly. If you're not good at ship, this part might be really hard, but luckily Lit Fuse and its 20 seconds straight of mini ship flying taught me how to straight fly, and I'm a lot better at mini ship. Also here, just fly down and you're good. After that is a big ship part that's really easy, and then is arguably the hardest part of the level. The transition into the UFO has to be perfect to perform the quick pair of jumps to cross over this saw. Jump over this one, then under this saw here. These jumps have to be perfect, and I mean even here you can see how close I came to dying. Once you get to the bottom, you have to precisely jump at the very bottom so you don't hit the top of this saw, and then just jump all the way to the top. After you successfully do the UFO, you have a pretty easy ball part where you just gotta memorize to go up here and down here. Then is another UFO that is not nearly as difficult. Alright, here's the click pattern for this UFO. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. After that is another memory icon, but this one is much harder, so here's the pattern. Just to not confuse, I'm gonna read off only the jumps. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2. And after all of this, you have to make another blind jump. Now this one is not nearly as tight as the first jump, but like, bro, come on. Then is a pretty tough ship where you have to fly in this little pocket and fly out. This is hard because you really can't see where the entrance or exit is of the alcove. So much so that when I first practiced this level, I didn't even know this existed. I just went through this super tight gap and thought that's how it was actually done. After is the biggest filler dual wave I've ever seen in a level, like bro, what is this? Then is the swing copter. Remember all the way back in Fire Temple when I mentioned a much harder swing copter? Well, here it is. You have to weave in between these spike balls. I don't find it to be horribly difficult, but starting it can be really hard. But as soon as I get situated, I'm pretty consistent. Then there's a really easy mini wave. Tip is you can touch the top of the ceiling. The only hard thing about this part is transitioning out of it. It's a really tight gap and can be quite challenging to squeeze in there. Then to end off is the hardest final icon part in the whole series, having to make 2 really precise jumps that are really easy to choke, and that's Shadow Temple. This level was my biggest fear going into this challenge. I was so scared I was going to rage quit, or I was going to take over 2 hours on this level. So let's see what happened.
That is an evil final jump. I can't believe that's the final jump. Oh, I'm gonna be here for a while. This level's hard. This level's so hard. Ugh. Alright, well, let's just get started. No point in beating a dead horse, am I right? Alright, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yep. Most of my deaths are gonna be at this first UFO. And then if I get past there, I get a chance at the blind jump. And then if I get past the blind jump, every single part can kill me. 6. Oh, did I miscount? Am I stupid? I need to shut up and count. It's like, how am I supposed to do that? It's completely blind. There is no tell at all. No fucking way, bro. No way I do that. What was I thinking? I just blanked. What is wrong with me? What am I doing? One, two, three. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1. Go figure. you can't see where the entrance is. Like it's guesswork, but it's a lot easier than flying through the super tight gap. But still, that sucked. I made it past the blind jump on my first try and the memorization cube. Oh man. Oh, don't die at the straight fly, Brady. That's easy. It's the easiest part of the level, that rocket. Like, actually, unironically, is probably the easiest. Other than, like, the dual wave. The dual wave, if I die there, it'll be a crash out of the century. Alright, there's low-key a rhyme and reason. Oh my god! Stop! Yep, I knew that was too high. Yep. Yeah, see, like that is actually probably the hardest part of the level. Other than the two blind jumps, like that UFO, that transition, is really, really hard. Like, I can't believe I got past it, like, how many times have I got past it? 3 times now? I can't believe I did it 3 times in a row, because that's really hard. Oh no! Like I told you guys earlier, the start of the swing copter is really hard for me to get situated in. As soon as I get through the first one, it's easy. God dang it. Hey, you know what though? 76, I thought I was going to be here a lot longer. Not saying, I have no idea when I'll get back there, but it's, you know, it's going a lot better than I envisioned. I thought I would still be dying at this first blind jump over and over again, but I've kind of... See, now that I'm explaining things to you guys, you just watch the pad. If you watch the yellow pad, you can make a pretty good prediction. Now, it's still barnacles because it's stupid that you have to do that. But, you know what? We take what we can get with this stupid jump. See, it's not... Okay, you know what? This straight fly is really starting to piss me off because I think I've maybe died there 1 time practicing it. Like, it's so easy. But now all of a sudden, it's like the most impossible thing for me to do consistently. You know, I think I'm going to be dying at the blind jump. I don't know what pattern I just did, but it is not my pattern. Anyways, I thought I was going to be dying at this stupid blind jump the entire time. Which I still am, don't get me wrong. But, like, now that I can, like, sort of do it consistently, the game is like, hey, you know, like, what the fuck am I doing, Brady? Stop talking. But I need to finish what I'm saying. You know that, like, super easy part that you, like, never really die to that much? Like, that super easy mini rocket straight fly? Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna make it die there a bunch, eh? You don't want to beat the level that quick, right? Stop.
Little did I know that only 2 attempts later.
Bang! Oh my god, I didn't die at the end. Let's go, baby. I told you. Once I get situated in the swing copter, piece of cake. Not that hard. I even like flubbed up the swing copter in the beginning. I almost went really high again, but I was able to recover. Because like I said, as soon as I get inside the swing copter, it's not that hard. Let's go. I didn't die at the mini wave transition. I didn't die at the N cube. God, I thought I was going to die there. Let's go. Wow, that actually that took me less time than desert today. Maybe desert is harder. Because I was doing the blind jump so much more consistently than I thought. And like the UFO, I was doing so much more consistently. Maybe this one is just, I mean like, oh my god, I didn't even practice this one that much. Holy, okay, you know, maybe Shadow isn't as hard as Desert. I thought Shadow was, yeah, maybe Desert is hard. I maybe underestimated Desert in my practice.
So, yeah, I beat it way faster than I thought, and this level was far more consistent than I thought. So much so that after beating both, I actually think Desert Temple is harder. I know, I wouldn't have thought that either, but it's true. This level also isn't half as bad as I thought it would be. I actually had a bit of fun playing this level, which shocked me because this was the one that I hated the most practicing. Now, don't get it twisted, this level is not that good, but it's not nearly as bad as I thought. So, I'm giving Shadow Temple a 6 out of 10. Well, here's a bit of a surprise. Temple of Time was released in 2021 by Dav JT after Michigan had passed away. Dav had originally started on the level a few years before its release, but ultimately dropped the level, only to finally finish it after Michigan's passing to pay homage to his friend. As amazing as this sounds, and how much Michigan deserved a whole tribute to his legacy, this level, well, sucks. I hate being that guy, but this gameplay is horrible and did not capture what made the original Temple levels so memorable. Now, why am I saying this? Well, let's just go through the level.
Well, there you go. Technically, that is all of my remaining Temple levels complete. Now, I do want to do Temple of Time. Just feels poetic. It feels nice. I would like to do it, and I have so much time. And I don't want this to sound bad, but I just don't really like this level.
We start with this super annoying icon where you gotta react to these triple spikes. Now, this will be a common theme. Triples. Look, I get it. Triples were a huge part of Michigan's legacy, but oh my god, there are a total of 33 triple spikes in this level. 33. Triples do not make for fun gameplay. They're a nice challenge occasionally in a level, like how they're used in the Temple levels. But this level has an overwhelming amount of them, and it's just not fun. I even counted each Temple level to see how many triples are in all of them combined, and it's 21. Yes, I counted. Everything you jump over with 3 spikes. 21. What's also funny is that Desert Temple has the most triples with 7, and that one's not even built by Michigan. So I honestly don't get the point of putting 33 triple spikes in this level. I'm sorry, call it a skill issue, say I need a wambulance with a side of french fries, but this is just not fun gameplay in my opinion. Anyways, sorry for the rant, back to the level. Then you do this ball, and there's a pretty tough blue orb timing. Then we enter Water Temple, and this ship is super easy. And then the icon part is annoying cube gameplay. Especially this section right here. Oh my god. Then we enter Fire Temple, and it's fine for the most part. It's probably the easiest section in the level. Then, after for some reason, there's just an icon part full of triples. Like, this is not gameplay. You could have added something to Fire Temple, like anything but icon gameplay. Which brings me to another flaw I have with this level. Anyone will tell you Icon, while yes, has some iconic things about it in the Temple series, it is not the only game mode in the series, yet for some reason, 79% of this level is Icon. Yes, I counted. This makes all the non-icon parts in this level super boring and quick or unmemorable, unlike anything in the original Temple series where most of the time it was the non-icon parts that were memorable, like Shadow's UFO and Fire Ship. Maybe this also stems from Icon being one of my least favorite game modes personally, but yeah, that's just something else I disliked about this level.
Then we enter Shadow, and we have a super annoying icon timing at the end here that is so inconsistent. Then we get the laziest UFO part in existence. Then we enter Lava, which I have to admit I do like. The look and memorization of the icon part in Lava is one of the most recognizable things from that level, and I think it's recreated really well here. After that is Forest Temple, and you get this half-assed version of it, but at least you get two different game modes besides Icon. You get this easy ship and a really easy robot part. It's not much, but damn, at least it's something other than an Icon part. Finally, Desert ends us off with, you guessed it, an annoying Icon section with super tight triples. I mean, there's like 6 in this one part that spans like 10% of the level. It's so chokeable and I hate it. Ending off with a stretch of triples, but this one actually makes sense to be here in my opinion, and I like the way they form the different temple signs. That's a really nice ending, and if the whole level hadn't been full of triples and all Icon gameplay, it would have been a lot more powerful in my opinion. So yeah, I know I'm pretty negative on a level that was supposed to pay tribute to one of the most influential and legendary players of all time. I hate that I hate this level, but I can't help it. And I'm not gonna lie and pretend I did like it, because that would just be dishonest to myself and you guys. So yeah, let's see how I handled this level.
There's a lot of places to die, and the triple spikes can be a little bit crazy. I've spent a decent amount of attempts on it. But yeah, let's see if I can get this done in a timely manner. But that stupid 2 clicks in water temple. I hate him. I hate this beginning. Oh, I tried to buffer my inputs. There we go. Alright, don't freaking die at fire, Brady. This is the easiest one. I almost died. I did die! Oh my god. I knew that was too fucking early. God, bro! I knew that was too early. I can't see! Oh! You can't make this up! Straight up, dude! You can't make this up how awful I am at this game! I can't do a single triple right now. Oh my god! No! Not the UFO, dude. My battery's about to die. I need to switch. I knew I jumped too late there. That is so bad. What? I hit that so late. How the hell did I not make that? Come on. Thank God. Yay! Stupid level, man. Whatever. Well, there we go. I did it. All temple levels in one day. You can see right there. Yep. Friday the 27th. It's still June 27th. So I did it.
So, all in all, yeah, I kinda hate this level for the reasons I mentioned prior. I love what it was trying to do in concept, but the gameplay just felt totally flat, making the level super unfun to play, unfortunately. I'm glad so many people really loved this level, but I was not one of them, sadly. I'm giving Temple of Time a 2 out of 10. Now, you might be sitting at home saying, but Mr. Joker, you said that you would complete every Michigan Temple level in one day, but you said you're not going to beat Forest Temple, so you're not technically beating them all in one day. Unsubscribe! Well, hold your horses there, imaginary hater, because I thought the exact same thing. So, I decided to give Forest Temple a couple of attempts, and after only 5 attempts, this happened.
But you know what? Why don't I celebrate by playing a few attempts of Forest Temple, you know? Oh, no way! Hey, look, hey, basically 50% on, that's pretty good. I got past every hard part. That was just a fail. But, like, I got past the UFO, the rocket, and the wave, which are all the hardest parts of the level by far. So. Oh, no. Hey, it's 59. Basically right after. I mean, if that's my best for the day, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, you know.
So, after that death, I decided I was gonna rebeat Forest Temple, the hardest temple level by far, to prove that I can beat every temple level in one day. So, let's run through the level real quick. We start with a really tough icon section that requires precision timing on jumps here, here, and here. All I can say for tips is to practice. Then this UFO used to be a huge choke point for me, but nowadays coming back to the level as a much better player, it's not that hard. Don't get me wrong, it's a really tight gap, especially towards the end, but it's very doable with enough experience and practice. Then is arguably the hardest part of the level, maybe even of the whole Temple series. This mini ship is so ridiculously tight and easy to screw up. Thankfully though, I'm a lot better these days, and this part wasn't that awful for me. Then we get to another really difficult part, arguably harder than the ship. This wave is so difficult for one reason, the stupid fuzzy black walls. It makes it infinitely times harder to not only see your wave, but to see the frickin' path. This part always felt really unfair to me, especially 2 years ago. Every time I died here, it never felt like it was my fault because, well, I just couldn't see my damn wave. After that though, the level calms down immensely. And I mean for the whole level. The first 40% of this level is by far the hardest part, and the rest is, well, yes, not free by any means, it's nowhere near as difficult as the first 40%. You have this really easy ship section, followed by a relatively easy UFO. Just know the click pattern and time your jumps out and you'll be golden. Then this ship is the last, hard part of the level. You have to fly through 4 of these one gap spikes. This part can be really hard if you're not good. which I'm not, but it's honestly not even that bad. Then you get a breather wave, just like in Desert Temple, except this one's a little tighter. Seriously, only a noob would die here. After that is the robot, which is basically free. Then this ball, which has some timings, but just learn them and you'll be good. Then the final icon part is really easy. Just memorize where the fake blocks are and bam, you just beat the hardest temple level. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna beat this, so let's see if I do or not.
Damn it. No, don't die at the UFO now. You just said that I was doing good. So don't... Alright, this icon part's killing me a lot. Not gonna lie. No way I went down too late there, bro. Like, the strategy for that wave is really weird. Because, like, I don't know if I should eyeball like the corners of each part or just like follow the wave. Like it's a really weird wave section that I really hate. Like I think it's a horrible gameplay mechanic where you just can't really see the walls because they're just like purely black and then like you can't see your wave that well. Like it always felt like fake difficulty to me, where if it was just like normal walls where you could see, it'd be like way easier. So it just feels like like it's just like purposely obstructing my view of like the walls and the wave, that it's just like it feels unfair when I die there almost. No! Oh fuck, man. Oh. Oh no, why did I... Nice. Bang, baby. Rebeat of Forest Temple, the hardest temple level. Let's go. That feels so good. I did not think I was going to be able to do that today. Nice. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I have the most amount of attempts on this level. Wow. I was not expecting that. Let's go ahead and throw that in the Mishi folder, though. Wow, I'm stoked. I can't believe I beat that for the level, for the video. I'm very, very stoked. But there you go. Nice, I did it all in one day still. It's 7 o'clock. Let's go. Fire, lava, water, desert, shadow, forest, and I even added Temple of Time in there because why not? But that is every single temple level beat in one day. This was a ton of fun. I actually really enjoyed this. So yeah, take it away, me in the future. Go ahead and give them the reviews for each level and the final ranking of all of them from, well, easiest to hardest. It does go fire, lava, water, shadow, desert, forest. Oh no, well, Temple of Time would actually probably be right behind Forest. Temple of Time is probably the second hardest. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, look at that. I did it.
So yeah, Forest Temple is the most popular temple level by almost 3 million downloads. And while it's not my favorite of the bunch due to the imbalanced gameplay, with the first 40% being the hardest section in any of the levels, followed by a pretty chill final 60%, and that stupid wave part sucks major butt. Its deco is really good, has a great song, and has fun gameplay. Again, apart from that stupid wave. So yeah, I'm giving Forest Temple a 7.5 out of 10. So yes, I obviously beat every temple level plus Temple of Time in one day. Pretty easily actually. I was expecting this to be a little harder, but this challenge name sounds a lot cooler than just I beat every temple level. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Who cares? So, if you've been keeping up with the scores, you would know my final ranking of the levels. But in case you haven't, let's do that right now. At 7 is Temple of Time, at 6 is Water Temple, at 5 is Fire Temple, 4 is Shadow Temple, 3 is Forest Temple, 2 is Lava Temple, and number 1 is Desert Temple. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe, or, don't. I'm not your dad, I can't tell you what to do. But I did spend forever on this video, and it would mean the world to me if you shared this video with a friend or just something like that. But yeah, that about wraps up this video. So, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, or night, or whenever you're watching this. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Rest in peace, Michigan. Your legacy will never die. Bye.